Happy New Year, Sarah here. I'm excited to share this particular newsletter, January 2025 Tax Newsletter. It is the first under the SCL umbrella, but I've been writing tax newsletters for many years. So this particular one is pretty lengthy, so I do apologize. And so I just wanted to pair this with this video to walk through some of the details a little bit. So here we go. So in terms of important deadlines, so as an individual, being mindful that the personal tax filing deadline is April 30th of 2025. If you have a self-employed, unincorporated business, your filing deadline does push to June, but just be careful, the payment still remains April 30th, okay? So yes, the government always wants to be paid first. Now, if you are a shareholder of a corporation, okay, not only do you have your personal tax obligations, but you also have some extra responsibilities, and that is to file your corporate tax return. Many of you have December 31st year end, so that is coming up this season. Your filing deadline is 6 months after your year end, and the payment, and I say payment as in that final payment to settle up, is probably due 3 months after the year end, given that you are likely a CCPC. Okay, GST, let's not forget about that. So it does have its own set of deadlines and filing requirements. Okay, so if you are required to file and remit GST, just be mindful of that. But where I want to focus maybe a little bit more attention are these installments. So if you received a reminder last season to pay installments for the upcoming tax year and you forgot to do this, be it for personal taxes, corporate taxes, or even for that GST, please dig up that estimate. If you lost it, just reach out, or if you need a new estimate, it's very important you do make that payment to stop that bleeding. And when I say bleeding, I'm talking about that compounding interest. Okay, once upon a time, you may have had that decision to make, but nowadays with our ultra high prescribed interest rates, it's just almost never advantageous to delay these installments. Other important deadlines, so required to file PST, your T4, T5 deadlines, WCB, okay, so just being that here. The more tricky areas, I would say, are T3 filings and UHT. So the good news with the T3, CRA did announce pretty early this time, so not at the last minute, that Bear Trust arrangements will not need to file for the 2024 year. In terms of UHT, I may have reached out in the past to get your UHT filed, and I may not do that again this coming season because they did rewrite the legislation, so hopefully it is serving the purpose as it was originally intended. Okay, but if you're not sure, if you think you're still exposed to that UHT, you can always reach out. We can double check. In terms of checklists and resources, okay, so I'm always happy to share this. So if you think it's helpful, or if you want to share this with anyone, please do. So in terms of the checklist, I am using a different platform this time around. I'm just going to try to dig it up here. Okay, so using this platform here for the checklist, hopefully you think it is neat. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, if you don't like it, if you prefer PDF, I can always send that to you as well. So using this as a reference to get your personal tax filing ready or organized. Now, if you have your corporate tax return to file, then you have a separate checklist to be mindful of, and again, prompting you for different considerations there. In terms of templates and trackers, okay, so you can check out the toolkit for personal tax filings. This is for the self-employed tracker, as well as, say, rental properties, donations, medical. So if you think that's helpful, you can always download that for your own use. There's also a tracker for corporate reporting. Okay, so you can check that out as well. All right, running out of time here. So moving over to 2025. So I will just share this link here. This is the updated index rates applicable effective January 1st of 2025. You can check that out. I think the most common questions I get are in regards to RRSP, TFSA, and FHSA. You can see here their respective contribution limits for the upcoming year, their respective deadlines. But I think the most important piece that I do want to spend maybe a couple seconds talking about is that you are clear on these different tools, different tax advantage tools. One, you are using them. Two, you're using them properly. And three, you're using them for the intended purpose that you may have, because they have very different objectives. Okay, if that's not clear, please do reach out. Very quick conversation we can have there. Other updates, home buyers plan got a very nice bump from 35,000 to 60,000 withdrawal. CPP, okay, mindful again that in 2024 they did launch that second tier. Recent tax changes that you probably heard about. If not, let's talk about it briefly. The GST HST holiday break is underway. Many thoughts on this. This would be a whole separate recording maybe, but just being mindful of it as a consumer. If you are a business owner that needs to adjust your charging and therefore your bookkeeping, okay, then if you have any questions, we can chat about the philosophy you may want to adopt this season. Alternative minimum taxes did undergo a pretty big change, okay, and if this may impact you, then I'll reach out. We can talk about it. For those of you who are very keen on holding real estate, okay, as you may know, many changes, not two, actually three, I'll say, significant tax changes on a federal level as well as on a provincial level. Okay, so these are things that, again, if they're blue, that means there is an extra link that you can check out to just get a little bit more background. Last but not least, okay, I'm really running out of time here, sorry. Pending tax changes. So these have not yet passed, and you have definitely heard me speak about the capital gain inclusion rate and whether I think you may be impacted by it. The update right now that there is no update. It is still not passed into law. Okay, and so if you're caught by this, then we may have to have a discussion on how we're going to approach this, but just some extra background and something we'll of course monitor if it passes into law. With that said, I'm at just under 8 minutes. This is as fast as I could go, but again, hopefully this was helpful to at least give you some background. Please take the necessary time to walk through this. But if you have any questions, of course, please do reach out. And hopefully you found this helpful. I'll try to do more of this and it will be not nearly as long, I promise. Thank you.